change management. You've heard that term a million times, right? It's in every other meeting, it's all over job descriptions, but if you had to explain exactly what it is, it's kind of tough to pin down. It feels a little slippery.
So what gives? Why does it feel so vague? If you've ever been confused, well, you're definitely not alone. Is it about sending emails, running training sessions, managing a project schedule? The truth is, the reason it seems to mean so many things is because it's not just one thing. And that, right there, is the key idea we're going to unpack. You need to stop thinking of change management as one single job. Instead, think of it as a whole team of specialists, kind of like a pit crew in a race. We're going to break down that team into 8 distinct disciplines. So let's meet them. First up, let's talk about the big picture thinkers. These are the architects. They're not in the weeds with the day-to-day stuff. Nope. They're way up at the 30,000-foot level, designing the entire blueprint for a massive company-wide transformation. Within this group, you've got 3 distinct specialists. First, there's your classic organizational change management, or OCM. They handle the whole transition for the entire company. Then you have strategic change specialists. These are the folks you call for the really huge stuff, mergers, major restructures. And third, you have the cultural change experts. Their job is maybe the toughest, shifting the deep-seated beliefs and values of an organization. 3 kinds of architects, all with a different master plan. Okay, so the architects have the blueprint, but a blueprint is useless without people, right? That's where our next group of specialists comes in. These are the coaches, and their entire focus is on the human side of change, winning hearts and minds. This is where it gets really interesting. Our 4th specialist focuses on the individual. They dive deep into the science of how we as human beings actually experience change. They're pulling from psychology, from neuroscience, all to understand what makes us tick when our world gets turned upside down. And that's the core of it. We're not talking about process maps here. We're talking about real human emotions, what motivates us, and, of course, what makes us resist. This is why these skills are so critical for good leadership and one-on-one coaching. It's all about the people. And our 5th specialist, they're the storyteller. Change communication is a special skill, all about crafting the right narrative. Their job is to tell a story that's so compelling, it builds belief, and, just as importantly, calms the anxiety that always comes with something new and unknown. All right, so let's keep building this out. We've got the strategy from the architects, and we're taking care of the people with the coaches. But how does the change actually work in the real world? That's where our next group comes in, the tech and process integrators. These are the people who make it happen. Now here we meet specialists 6 and 7, and they're both about tech, but they come at it from different angles. Specialist 6 is all about project or technical change. This is very formal, very structured. Think of a massive new software rollout. Then there's Specialist 7, who focuses on digital adoption. This is way more agile, more user-focused. It's about making sure people actually like using the new digital tools.
And that brings us to our 8th and final discipline. Now, this one is a little different because it kind of sits on top of all the others. This isn't about managing one specific project. This is about making the entire organization fundamentally better at dealing with change, period. It's about building a permanent change muscle. So how do you actually build that muscle? Well, it means setting up formal frameworks so everyone's on the same page. It means creating dedicated teams or change offices to lead the way. You have to train people, give them the skills, and you even have to build it into how you measure performance. You're basically weaving the ability to change right into the company's DNA. So let's recap. We've got the architects drawing the blueprints, the coaches focusing on the people, the integrators making the tech work, and the capability builders making the whole organization stronger. It's not one job. It's a team of 8 specialized disciplines, all living under that big umbrella of change management. And that leaves us with the most important question of all, the one for you to think about. Now that you've met the whole team, which one does your organization need the most right now? Are you planning a huge merger? You probably need a strategic change expert. Just rolling out a new app? Maybe a digital adoption specialist is your key. See, the real power isn't just knowing what change management is, it's knowing exactly which expert to call. So, which one do you need?